Oh, St. Andrew, I am asking you in any tongue I know to quiet down the harbour sounds and let the wind not blow, so the men here in Porthinnis may gird their loins and go. We've been weeks without a feed now, and the stores are bare and low. That Tom may go out fishing now in the pitch of winter, and bring us back some pilchards to save us from our bones. That Tom may go out fishing now in the pitch of winter. We'll set light in the windows to bring old Tom back home. Let the men go out and let them back alive. That Tom may go out fishing now in the pitch of winter, and bring us back some pilchards to save us from our bones. That Tom may go out fishing now in the pitch of winter. We'll set light in the windows to bring old Tom back home. Oh, what light against the night is that just in the harbour wall? Could it be Tom home from sea with salvation for us all? A catch of 7 fishes that will take 10 men to hold, and we will go to sleep at last with our bellies warm and full. Tom here went out fishing now in the pitch of winter, and brought us back some pilchards to save us from our bones. Oh, Tom here went out fishing now in the pitch of winter, while we set light in the windows to bring our Tom back home.
Well. Good afternoon, everybody. It's a stream. What? Happy Wednesday. Oh, for goodness sake. Play the newest games with Xbox Game Pass. No, I'm good. I'm so good. Literally play like one video game. Hello, everyone. I would have been on time, except I remembered that I'd bought Biscoff spread. Branded Biscoff spread, okay, because I was like in Waitrose because I needed milk, and I was like, I could get like Lidl Biscoff spread from Lidl, be about a quarter of the price, but I'm not in a Lidl right now. I'm in Waitrose and I want it, so obscenely expensive Biscoff spread, and so I thought I'd have some toast. So I'm late because I had toast and I don't regret it. How are we all? How are we? I know, Jack. It's a way of life at this point. I also did an hour's overtime because I'm just accruing overtime for days off. Not for any other reason. Hey, Lago, what's up? Hey, Jack. Hey, Teach. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba. It's so good, right? It's so good. It's good to see you guys. Oh, it's been like 10 days to go to a work thing, and then I was sick. Can you believe I was sick? I was sick on my days off as well. How absolutely criminal is that? But we're here now. Today we're going to start with chill open tuning guitar, primarily because Nate of Nate Silas, This is where I have to check people's actual Twitch usernames so I can shout them out, because I don't know, like, who has underscores and who doesn't have underscores and stuff like that. There we go. Has borrowed my guitar with my consent. Sounded like I was accusing him of something. So we're going to play the open guitar for a bit. And then maybe I haven't queued like every open guitar song on the song list. We could add more if we're loving it. We could play some piano. I don't know. You guys can like say songs from the song list that you might want to play. I haven't opened requests because there's going to be bunches of songs on there that I only like playing on normal guitar. And I just don't want to deal with that. Okay? Okay, so you have to we're just going to be free flow. Just on spite, Jack. Yeah, just on spite. No, for the live stuff, yes. He wants a two-guitar switch situation like a professional. Whereas I just always appreciate a tuning song, personally. Lurker's on a 65 stream streak. Thank you so much, Lurker. What's up? Jack says, everyone I know has had something. Oh, 100% right. And I'm like, I mean, I think I probably got it like off my niece, but I don't even see that many people in real life. Like my coworker was ill, but I haven't seen her face to face for weeks because we work from home. And I was like, classic. You had it, now I've got it. I was like, well, you don't give it to me. I've left my drink over the other side of the room. Let me just get that. Hey, SD, yes, that is a very good point. I feel like people don't do that. But it was actually just my weekend. I was only over for 2 days. And I have a 3-day weekend. So I don't think I can be like, I like Saturdays. I should be able to, though. Right, let's have a look at this cue. I have... What's the word? Bumped. Bobbed. Bubbly, bibbity, bobbity, boo. Bodged a load of songs in there, but let's kind of shuffle them around a bit. That'll do. That'll do. So, I'm going to sing a couple of songs today that were in Songtober 2025. Yes, that was this month. I did 5 songs, and I'm really pleased about it. And I stopped, which was fine. The plan was not to make myself do every day. I was busy. And it's probably just going to be those 5. But we're going to play 2 of them today. Because they're on a nice openy guitar. Only just over yours, or weak immune system, Jack. Or indeed, overpowered immune system. I'm joking. I'm joking about slagging you off. I'm not joking about overpowered immune system. That might be what it is. Going hardcore, you know? Oh, that is so awkward, Jack. But I'm really glad you did, right? And that, you know, and that's a sad, stressful situation. You should not also have your holiday gone. Okay. Well, I guess the justification of doing these open tuning, it's just because the other guitar's not here, it was just a concept. I'm really just doing it for fun. But the justification would be that I don't have to retune this into ordinary tuning. But all of the songs that I'm about to play aren't in the same tuning, they're just all not in standard. So I play anything not in standard tuning I normally play on this guitar. So I'm going to be retuning the guitar like 8 times. So we haven't avoided any tuning. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Should have asked if the funeral could have been moved to Amsterdam, Jack. I think I was too young when I went to Amsterdam. Not that I want to get up to anything super nefarious, but I was just... I think I just felt like nervous the whole time. To be fair, that's not a sensation that was confined to my teenage years. But I think I was just like, I can't be here. Although I did get into the Rijksmuseum for free. So there's benefit. That's what everyone goes to Amsterdam for as a teenager, right? The Rijksmuseum. Hey Joy, what's up? I'm good, thank you. How are you? Okay, I think this is an open D. And we need dadgad for this song, so just a long time ago, Joy. With two friends who are good friends, but I cannot remember at all how it ended up being the three of us. We weren't a three, and they weren't my best friends, and like it doesn't, and like people that we didn't, you know, there were people that weren't invited. That looking back on it is like really weird. I just can't remember how that happened. Kids are weird. Like, it was great, the three of us, but I look back and I'm like, what did my best friend, who I didn't invite, think about that? I'm not sure. Peculiar. And one of my friends snored so much. She still snores. I saw her recently. She had to have the bedroom by herself, you know, on our holiday, you know. That's fine. Some people, I mean, I snore, but she snores like a train. And she was like, just wake me, you know, we complained about it. And she was like, just wake me up. Just wake me up. Just every time it happens, wake me up. Woke her up like one time. She was so mad. No, Joy, last week I went to a conference for work and got ill. Probably at the conference, to be honest, actually. I said I got it from my niece. I was looking around the conference at one point. There's about 150 people in a windowless room. And I was like, oh yeah, do you remember the pandemic? All right, this is Smother Me from day 2 of Songtober. It's on YouTube. Honey, please smother me. Compress and cover me. Bind me with greenery. Dig deep my skin. Let the mud swallow me. Come down and follow me. Suspended gravity and us quiet within. Only the sound of heart on heart beating. At least you and I, she said. Still eating, that is to say, today like old days is fleeting. Give me the roots and stones, oh, give me to them to I need not rest alone. Lie down and cover me. Give me your tired bones, skin to skin, nose to nose, all round as the wild weeds grow and the tide runs to the sea.
Compress and cover me, bind me with greenery, dig deep my skin.
Jack, thank you so much to give us up to Joy. Yeah, that's like a chill. It's a very chill mood, isn't it? This makes sense in my head. This jumper, I was like, this is the right jumper for this. I was like, this is chilled urban guitar jumper. I appreciate now that I essentially blend into the wall, but you have to suffer for your art. Tried to sub earlier and it crashed my phone. Correct response, really. Joy was like, no, you don't want to do that. Absolutely not. That song, along with other Songtober songs from this year and other years, including 2023 when I wrote flipping loads, is on YouTube. Has anyone read the Pumpkin Spice Cafe books? Gosh, you know, I'm so sorry. I think I just said, has anyone read? I think I made that about one syllable. I was like, heard the pumpkin. Boom. Has anybody read the Pumpkin Spice Cafe books? Here you can get a mini book from the series for free if you buy an English book. I'm wondering if I should get book one for that. I read it. Has anyone read it yet? That's true. Has anyone read this book? I did read it. I got it very cheap. And I read it. I was ill. And I think I was like, it wasn't good, in my opinion. It wasn't like bad. It was just like, they're very popular. It's completely Gilmore Girls. Like it's not even pretending it's not. Like trying to recreate Gilmore Girls vibes. And I don't think it quite succeeds. Is my opinion. But it wasn't like, I didn't do anything weird. Or anything like that. It depends if that's your vibe. I think if you're like, yeah, I want like cozy, someone's opening a cafe and falling in love. Like if you want that, it will provide that, at least to a certain extent. Otherwise, don't bother. Hey, Ides, what's up? Happy Wednesday. Not sure if you've heard of it. Jack lives under a rock. No, I don't have it. Anyway, I can't wave it at the camera because I got rid of it. Apologies. That's nice, Jack. That's nice. I'm reading a great book at the minute, and I keep reading it before bed and just falling asleep and dropping it on my face. And I'm like, I'm gonna get to the end of this book. But I just start reading it at like 9:30 every night. Take me a bit of time to get there. Oh, was it like what in the ones we did around Christmas time? Oh my goodness, that was a little era of the stream, wasn't it? That was a little tangent I went down. I feel like we had one stream where we did the book puzzles. That was a really great stream and everyone had a really good time. And then I think I tried to relive the magic a few times and it didn't work. But I did quite like doing hard puzzles with chat. That was a fun vibe. I appreciate it. I just say I'm reading a book that's so good. I'm reading a book that's so good I can't get through it because I fall asleep. I didn't mean it like that. I think I preferred Drive Your Plough Over the Bones of the Dead to the Impusium. I think just because the Impusium was intentionally, for thematic reasons, flippin' highbrow. I was like, I don't know what they're talking about. But I think maybe you enjoyed the Impusium more than me. So I don't know whether the same will hold. But yeah, less intense. That's a good way of putting that, I think. Honey, please smother me. All right. Of course, we have to play Laura Marling on an open tune session. Open tuning, whatever I'm doing. The yellow session.
Oh, naive little me, asking what things you have seen. And you're vulnerable in your head, and you'll scream and you'll wail till you're dead. Creatures veiled by night, following things that aren't right, and they're tired and they need to be led. They'll scream and they'll wail till they're dead. But give me to a rambling man, let it always be known that I was who I am. Beaten, battered, and cold, my children will live just to grow old. But if I sit here and weep, I'll be blown over by this slightest breeze, and the weak need to be led. The tender are carried to their beds, and it's their pale and cold affair. But I'll be damned if I be found there. And give me to a rambling man, let it always be known that I was who I am. It's funny how the first chords you come to are the minor notes that come to serenade you, and it's hard to accept yourself as someone you don't desire, always someone you don't want to be. Oh, give me to let it always be known that I was who I am. Oh, give me to let it always be known that I was who I am.
What a tune. I just don't get sick of playing that one. So sorry if you get sick of hearing it. But Jack, I believe I commented on Joy saying that the resubscribe had failed, and I did not say thank you to you for the gift sub to Joy, and also Ides is on 130 stream streak. Thank you so much, Ides. That's ridiculous. Hey Neurobot, what's up? Neurobot, thank you so much for the resub. 68 months. That's past the point at which you can age your child in months, so that seems like a long time. Thank you so much. And on 66 months, devilish. Thank you so much. And I entered month 3 of a 3-month gift sub from Lurker as well, which means it's a hype train, everybody. Hey coach, what's up? Happy Wednesday. Oh, I picked up the recorder, wrong instrument. I did say thanks. Well, no, I'm glad. I'd rather say thanks twice than not at all. I'm sure you are, Jack. I'm sure you are, but good perseverance. Bentisto, what's up? Happy Wednesday. For those who have come in kind of since I started, first of all, why are you late? Rude. No. Anyone who's not regular just left. I am playing lots of open guitar songs at the beginning of today. Nate Silas has borrowed my other guitar, and I've taken that as an excuse to sit here and pick the songs myself. So we're playing some open tuning stuff for a bit, and then see what happens. Bentisto, thank you so much for the resub. Tier 2 on a 72-month streak. Flippin' flippity flippity flop, flippity flop, flop, flop. Thank you so much, Benty Stew. Ba-dum-bum. That was a lot of spiel, wasn't it? Whew, everybody breathe. Joy, the books I've heard so far from book club don't really do it for me. Okay, we have a mission on our hands, everybody. Joy wants a book recommendation. Joy, you're going to have to give us something, my friend. Give us some books that you have enjoyed. Or some features you would like a book to have. And we will group think for you. Group think. Is that like a 1984 term? You know what I'm saying? All right, we're going to play an original next. This is called Don't Come Here and Tell Me You Tried. Pretty old original, and there's a version of this on YouTube. If you want to check it out. Is it bad as a hot take that I think a lot of our books this year in the book club, I presume Jack means, have been mid? We haven't had the absolute bangers of The Name of the Rose. What else was the banger last year? Can't remember. I don't want to give you information. I just want the perfect book based on nothing. Yeah, it's absolutely fair enough. What, you know, what else do you want? Wasn't even one we did. You're right. Name of the Rose wasn't even in the book club. I don't know what's happening. If you're in book club, by the way, we're currently voting on when to have our book club discussion. It's over on Patreon, so go click on that if you want. Name of the Rose, that's the recommendation. No, I don't even I have a couple of all-time favorite books, which I think are so good. I don't even want to give them to you, Joy, in case you don't like them and you spit on my recommendation. If you give me nothing, I give you nothing. I've got Foucault's Pendulum over there looking at me. What have I done, guys? What have I done? It was 4 for the price of 3 on World of Books. I do that happen every time. Right, here's a long song about the patriarchy. I am in the wrong key. Oh, also, there was a question about Ken Follett. I did read it. I did read the question. Let's return to that. I am not that which was born to be molded unto your will, to be taken and shaped for your eyes. For nobody's eyes I will not walk the way you have laid out for me. I will not speak with the words you have decided we could own. And I never told a lie except the many ones that saved me. And I've never been told the truth by a man who looked anything like you. Don't interrupt me, do not touch me. Look how I may look, I'm not for you. Seeing if she were another, if she were your mother, damn how you know me, I'm still a human being. Well, they poisoned all the water, so we're sick and tired and gray. And I'm sitting on the rooftops, picking off the ones who like us that way.
who trap us and make us dogfight. Want us so bad they beat us dead. Your sorry lack of insight will not excuse the things you've said. And don't come here and tell me you tried when you haven't said a word or got your hands dirty. If you can pick up arms to fight for my right to be more than your property, you don't deserve me, and I don't deserve this. Every word is not a gift, it's mediocre radiation, and I don't care for your opinion when it's unasked for, and you're trying to be wise. If I paint myself in scarlet colors, I do it for the birds and trees, I do it for the concrete towers, I do it to do as I please. If you'd hit me for a kiss, then it's not long before I'll be bleeding out in the carpet. Well, you've never known how to keep the carpets clean. We have another language, and I'm sorry that you never learned the words, but it's not my job to teach you, not when you're treating us like dirt and paying less than our worth. If I flinch from your jokes, from your voice or from your hand, it matters not what you have done. The world has told me you're a threat. Moderate your words and choices, softer shoulders, lower voices. I have to check my every move and thought when I speak to you. And don't come here and tell me you tried when your friend took my friend home, when she was blackout, when half the world was measured by your wandering eye and the wandering hands you drunkenly denied. I don't deserve this. You tell me to be polite, like your pride is earned, like it's worth more than my peace, more than my body, worth more than my life. There's nothing that I say that's not me getting in the way. She should just be a pawn to play, your daughter, sister, mother, wife. There's a moment when you pause and I see once you were a child, and before you were taught or you're stupid, you were raised with your mother's touch, but a clever woman became a witch, and a speaking one became a bitch, and you were left clutching the kindling, lost, but so sure that you needed the fire. Well, I know with half a mind still a little better man has been, who sees this and rages, who sees beauty and still weeps, but all that falls too short, too distant. One good man is not enough. You're scared we're laughing at you, we're scared you'll murder us. And don't come here and tell me you tried when you haven't tried. No, don't come here and tell me you tried when
and tell me you tried when you haven't tried at all. Donk. I was like proud of myself that the little ending sounded really like proper, and then I just absolutely just kicked the piano. Hey James, happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for the resub. Tier 3, 28 months. Thank you so much. Hey Alex, welcome. Ba-da-bum-bum. Oh, welcome Raiders. Hey Courtney, what's up? How was your stream? This is where I realize I need to retune for the next song. Let's just have a little bit of a song we already played. Hope you guys are doing good. Happy Wednesday. Oh, naive little me, asking what things you have seen, and you're vulnerable in your head, but you'll scream, you will till you're dead. Creatures veiled by night, following things that aren't right, and they're tired and they need to be led. Oh, they'll scream and they'll wail till they're dead. Oh, give me two rambling men. Let it always be known that I was who I am. Beaten, battered, and cold. My children will live just to grow old, and if I sit here and weep, I'll be blown over by the slightest of breeze, and the weak need to be led. Tender I carry to their beds, and it's a pale and cold affair. I'll be damned if I'll be found there, but give me two rambling men. Let it always be known that I was who I am. It's funny how the first chord you come to is the minor note you come to serenade. And it's hard to accept yourself as someone you don't desire, as someone you don't want to be. But give me two rambling men. Let it always be known that I was who I am. Oh, give me two rambling men. Let it always be known that I was who I am. Right, I do play an inordinate amount of Laura Marling on the stream, so a good intro, no doubt. Anyone who's new here, welcome. 330 has entered month 3 of a 3-month gift sub from Lurker. Thank you so much, Lurker. And Lurker, thank you so much for the gift sub to Courtney. How we doing? Thanks for the follows. Grim Reaper. No, it's Chelsea. Thank you. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're having a good week. It is a little bit Jack, isn't it? We've been chatting about books, guys. Joy requested book recommendations and gave like no traits the book needed to have and no favorite books for us to base anything off, and somehow seems to have been convinced to read the entire Wheel of Time series off the back of this. So all I can say, Joy, is you brought that on yourself. I think like that's your fault, okay, that you now have to read like 1 million pages. Would I lie? Would I? On stream? Doesn't sound like me. That's true. Jack gave you Name of the Rose recommendation. Oh yeah, and you're talking about Lupin. This is where we were. The TV show Lupin. Well, you're talking about the books. I haven't read the books. I watched the first series of the TV show, or like the first half of a series. It was kind of released like in half, I think. And then I think I stopped having Netflix. But I liked that half a series. So maybe I should find it. We're going to sing some Dar Williams next. This is When I Was a Boy. Oh, we're playing all sorts of stuff in open tuning today, having like a chill little noodle on my acoustic. Will that work? That will work. What a treat. Ordering, no, how exciting. It would save us time, Jack. It would save us time. Let's have a look. This is a nice song. It always takes me a minute to get my head in with it. What? That's where it is. Maybe. I won't forget when Peter Pan came to my house, took my hand. I said I was a boy. I'm glad he didn't share. I learned to fly, I learned to fight. I lived a whole life in one night. We saved each other's lives out on the pirate deck. And I remember that night when leaving a late night with some friends. I hear somebody tell me it's not safe, someone should help me. I need to find a nice man to walk me home. When I was a boy, scared the pants off my mom, climb what I could climb upon. And I don't know how I survived. I guess I knew the tricks that all boys knew. Was a kid that you would like, topless, just a small boy on a bike, riding topless, yeah, I never cared who saw. My neighbor came outside to say, get your shirt, I said no way, it's the last time, I'm not breaking any law. Now I'm in this clothing store, and the sign says less is more. More that's tired means more to see.
more for them, not more for me. That can help me climb a tree 10 seconds flat. When I was a boy, see that picture, that was me. Grass stained shirt and dusty knees. And I know things have got to change. They've got pills to sell, they've got implants to put in, they got implants to remove. But I am not forgetting that I was a boy too. And like the woods where I would creep, it's a secret I can keep, except when I'm tired, except when I'm being caught off guard. I've had a lonesome, awful day. The conversation finds its way to catching fireflies out in the backyard. And I tell the man I'm with about the other life I lived. And I say, now you're Top Gun, I have lost and you have won. He says, oh no, no, can't you see, when I was a girl, my mom and I, we always talked, and I picked flowers everywhere that I walked. And I could always cry, now even when I'm alone, I seldom do. And I have lost some kindness, but I was a girl too. And you were just like me, and I was just like you.
It's a nice song. I think it's like a really effective tab, but it is essentially the same thing, like 8 times over. And I didn't get a hold on it at all at any point. I was like, every single time the exact same chord pattern came around, I was like, whoa, this is brand new information. Don't know what I'm playing. Thanks for following Dextro Link. George is going to get such an eclectic box of selections, which is great fun, but also your own fault. And thank you for following All Hail King Zeno. I like instructive usernames. I have not, Jack. I have to finish my book. I keep falling asleep during. But hopefully kind of this weekend. I'm looking forward to reading it. This is our book club. I co-run a book club with Charlotte Rotherham, another wonderful music streamer here on Twitch. Does Charlotte have an underscore in her name? Does anybody know? Let's say no. Yeah, sweet. If you want to check that out, we're reading Monstrulio this month. Thanks, Dexter. It's very kind of you. Hey, Sir Joa, how you doing? I still can't speak Portuguese. Exactly, Joy. Exactly. There's no other good reason, to be honest. That is the main thing that we do. So, fair enough. We do like to talk about books. It'll have to be a horrifying form. What should a spooky book club look like? Throw your ideas in chat, everybody. All right, we're gonna play Goodbye England, covered in snow. I know it's not snowing, but it's never snowing. So you get what you get. Or ram, no ham. It's a lovely little song. It's a bit more Laura Marling. In case anybody fell short of it. with the words. That'll do. Oh, I like that, like a book coven instead of a book club. We could make like a potion of the book. Oh, that sounds like the kind of thing you have to do at primary school, doesn't it? Like, if this book was a recipe, what would the ingredients be? Trying to work out if I could actually keep that there, keep those there, keep that there. And then what does that need to be? Maths. Make that a B. No, that doesn't make sense. What am I doing? I'm so sorry. I've lost my mind. Keep that there. That needs to come down. Okay. No, that could be B. The true horror will be a book club that we've actually prepared for, and we have like prompt questions, and you have to do stuff. Well, that's not right, is it? That's not right. It did not sound correct. Oh, that's why it's that one. Yeah. It's just good, isn't it? It's a fun game. I was about to be like, of course there will be Neurobert. This is me and Charlotte performed Les Mis on stream. It was a sight to be seen. And then I realised it was mid-October. So that doesn't feel actually that likely. Oh, Joy. Wow. Can we all just ask Joy what that comment means? Wow, did you not see my stars? There, out in the darkness. You so smart then, in your jacket and coat, my softest red scarf was warm in your throat. Winter was on us at the end of my nose, but I never snow. The friend of mine says it's good to hear you were leaving love, even if set in fear. Well, I'll hold you there, brother, and set you straight. I only believe true love is frail and willing to break. Oh, I will come back here. Bring me back when I'm old. I want to lay here forever in the cold. Oh, I might
cold, but I'm just skin and bone, and I never love him when more than when covered in snow. I wrote my name in your book, only God knows why, and I bet you that he cracked a smile. And now I'm clearing all the crap out of my room, trying desperately to figure out what it is that makes me blue. And I wrote another letter to you, and it's 22 pages front and back, but it's too good to be used. And I tried to be a girl who likes to be used. I'm too good for that. There's a mind under this hat, and I called him all and told him I've got to move. I'm out, man. It's too hard. I'm on my own. It's too hard. Feel like running. Feel like running. Oh, run it up. We will keep you. We will keep you, oh little one, safe from harm, like an extra. You are part of us. You were so smart then, in your jacket and coat. My softest red scarf was warm in your throat. Winter will leave us, left the end of my nose, and I never love England more than when covered in snow.
Thanks for the follow, Renzo. Oh yes, be brave into that cold, dark necessity. It does, doesn't it? It's turned a bit chilly, although I don't want to dwell on that because I'm going to be going camping this weekend. So I'm like, oh, it's so warm. It's so lovely and temperate. She needs a bit of screen time, Jack. That's all I'm saying. All right, next up we're going to play an original. This is a recent original. It's the song I wrote as part of this year's Songtober prompts. So I wrote this on the 5th for the prompt Harbour. These are prompts that Alana Matty writes every year for people to be inspired to do some songwriting. And this is a song I wrote about Mousel. Well, I was meant to go camping this weekend gone, but I was ill. So now I'm going camping this weekend. Late October camping. I love it. I got a new sleeping bag, so I'm hoping it's going to be so warm. I mean, it literally gets down to about 11 degrees. Like, it's not, don't worry. I'm not going to go and freeze myself. Jack, are you approaching random strangers on the street and asking them to go camping with you? That might be why. onto my stream and make it my business. I don't have a sheet inside my sleeping bag like a liner. I've had that once. I had that in Peru, and it made me claustrophobic. We've got like reflective mats for under the sleeping mats. I'm gonna be optimistic. Oh, in a tent. I wouldn't just say camping if it was in a caravan. I feel like that would be cheating. Oh, we do have inflatable mat. Have inflatable mats. And then underneath that got like the reflective. It's like a car windscreen protector thingy. But to bounce the heat back in. I never camped much as a kid, but did a couple of times. Me and my sister were reminiscing. We were at like a camp and all we had was like foam mats like that thick. And then just like very cheap sleeping bags. Just being absolutely freezing for a week. That was fun. Thanks for following. Too fantastic. All right, sing about fishing.
St. Andrew, I am asking you, with any tongue I know, to quiet down the harbor sounds and let the window blow, so the men here in Porthanis may gird their loins and go. We've been weeks without a feed now, and the stores are bare and low. Tom may go out fishing now in the pitch of winter and bring us back some pilchards to save us from our bones. The Tom may go out fishing now in the pitch of winter, with satellite in the windows to bring old Tom back home. Down by John Russell in 1549. We were burned down by the Spanish in 1595. And if we're to see Christmas, and if we're to survive, the storm must let the men go out and let them home alive. The Tom may go fishing now in the pitch of winter and bring us back some pilchards to save us from our bones. The Tom may go out fishing now in the pitch of winter, with satellite in the windows to bring old Tom back home. What light against the night is that, just in the harbor wall? Could it be Tom home from sea with salvation for us all? A catch of 7 fishes that will take 10 men to haul, and we will go to sleep at last with our bellies warm and full. And Tom, he went out fishing now in the pitch of winter and brought us back some pilchards to save us from our bones. Oh, Tom, he went out fishing now in the pitch of winter, while we satellite in the windows to bring old Tom back home.
Honestly, guys, you'll not be surprised. It's hard for me to maintain that level of energy for like a full 3 minutes. Normally my songs have a good 2 minutes where they're just like quietly mumbling about death. That's a lot of fishing is a lot of energy to maintain for a whole song. That's on YouTube, everybody. A whole bunch of my songs are on YouTube, but also lots of, all my release stuff is on Bandcamp, it's on Spotify, it's on Deezer, it's on whatever you want to listen to. In the pitch of winter. I know, Jack. It's like, what's happened? What's happened? All right, we're going to sing a song by Lights now. This is Portal. This is a song that just noodles around a D chord. They do like some D5s, some D major 9s, apparently, according to this tab. Which is an absolute treat for an open tuning. You can basically just play open strings for the whole song. Like your other hand could just be doing something. You can just be like cooking with your left hand. Decorating a cupcake.
Throws of the ruby red, this key's way too high. That's why I looked confused, wasn't sure about coming in. In the throes of the ruby red river that flows through this darkening concrete, devouring ghost float by. I'm with them, up in the current and taking in whole. I've been struggling and strangling others in tow. Have my eyes gone missing? Imagining sequences, playing back visions by stereo air and fragmenting emissions I've lost, unfounded. The loneliest thing in the shape of a fist that I wish I could bring in this bitter abyss is my petrified heart still pounding. Design this epiphany, and when the sidewalks welded, and I just, in the processes, there means to the ends, the glass bottom vessel in depths that extend and spin between us. Thought I could cut through cables and cords, but I'll never be able. My life's at the table with yours, immortal. Nothing is sacred and nothing is sure anymore, except all that you are and stand for. Got me towards your portal, your
I'm glad to know when the aliens arrive and say, why did you let the AI get so powerful? Why did you destroy all of your water and energy to feed the AI? I'm like, I wanted to know where I might have lost my keys. No, did it tell you? No. No, it didn't tell me. Well, there you are, Jack. You can have a learning recommendation for that one. It's literally just that. 4 minutes. My life's a table with yours. Yeah, the furthest they'd get is the Eden Project. Immortal, immortal. Ooh, like, I will bankrupt Google. I can do it. Okay, we're going to do a bit of song association. So when I was singing Portal, it made me think of another song, which made me think of another song. So there's the line in the Portal, that sounded very peculiar. The line in Portal, which I really like, which is, thought I could cut through the, I don't know the actual words, cut through the something in chords, but I'll never be able, my life's at the table with yours, which made me think of the song, The Ties That Bind, by Bruce Springsteen, which is not on the song list, but we're gonna play it anyway. This is, if you don't know this, it's a pretty famous Bruce song, but you may not know it. That's allowed. It's not chill. We're going to do a chill version, and it might be terrible. We'll see what happens. Do we want in this key? I think this key works. Oh, you don't know what's coming, Jack. You've been hurt and you're all cried out, you say. You walk down the street pushing people out of your way. You've packed your bags and all alone you wanna ride. You don't want nothing, don't need no one by your side. You're walking tough, baby, but you're walking blind to the ties that bind. Oh, the ties that bind. Now you can break all the ties that bind. Cheap romance, well, it's all just a crutch. You don't want nothing that anybody can touch. You're so afraid of being somebody's fool. Not walking tough, baby, not walking cool. You walk cool, but darling, can you walk the line and face the ties that bind? The ties that bind. Now you can break the ties that bind. Oh, I'd rather feel the hurt inside. Yes, I would, darling, than know the emptiness that your heart must hide. Yes, I would, darling.
Yes, I would, darling. Yes, I would, baby. You said I wonder just who's gonna stop the rain, who ease the sadness, who's gonna quiet the pain. It's a long dark highway and a thin white line connecting, baby, your heart to mine. We're running now, but darling, we will stand in time to face the ties that bind. Oh, the ties that bind. No, you can't break the ties that bind. You can't forsake the ties that bind. Oh,
Oh yeah, the Google and then the summary thing, and I'm like, it's not a bad idea. It's kind of useful, but then the problem is if you Google something that you know about, and then sometimes it's complete garbage, right? Because it doesn't understand the words. Yeah, it's just doing like what word is most likely to come next game, and then it's complete nonsense and it's wrong, and you're like, oh, maybe it's wrong about everything. It's like I read a Bill Bryson book one time, where I'm not trying to shade Bill Bryson to the extent that I'll shade AI, but I read one that was about something I kind of knew a bit about, and I was like, oh, that's kind of like not really how that works. I was like, oh, maybe they're all like that. Every time I write an email, it's like, would you like to AI summarize this email? Legitimately, sometimes the email is like, thanks, that's great. Full stop. And it's like, would you like a summary? Just don't think we need to be using actual resources for that. Also, I'm really good at writing emails, so I'm salty about it, you know. Sometimes I'm writing a very long, complicated email, and I'm like, I wrote it this way for a purpose, and it's like, would you like it instead as 5 bullet points? No. Anyway, that's a really boring take, so I'm just gonna move on. Oh, I'd rather feel the hurt inside. Yes, I would, darling. So that was the ties that bind, because that came from, in my head, that line in Portal, which is like, thought I could cut through the chords, but I can't. It's not the actual lyric. But then Emily, by, you guessed it, Joanna Newsom, directly references the ties that bind by Bruce Springsteen. It's got the line, where is it? I mean, I know it off by heart. The ties that bind, they are barbed and spined and hold us close forever. It's a song to her sister. And Joanna Newsom's first album. Oh wait, no, is the album just called East? Yeah, but then she was like, did she release there's a reference to the E Street Band, basically. This is how she does it. Is it credited as Joanna Newsom and the East? It's YS, which is a mythological island. Anyway, there's an E Street Band. Joanna Newsom is a fan of Bruce Springsteen. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm just saying everything fits together. Namaste. Let's play Emily. That is crazy AI stuff. I haven't had much of it work, but it is something that exploring. I work in an advice charity, and they're like, maybe the computers could just give the advice. I'm like, maybe. There's like a lot of people crying though, and I don't know. If you ever like cried at a computer and felt better afterwards. goodness sake. Yeah, AI couldn't do this, right? Literally could. How many hours of me are there on YouTube? You could just be like, make a stream. But I would have like 6 fingers, okay? There's something would be weird.
Meadowlark in the cherry and the sparrow set the sky in a flying spree for the sport of the pharaoh. A little while later the Pharisees dragged a comb through the meadow. Do you remember what they called up to you and me in our window? There's a rusty light on the pines tonight, sun pouring wine, Lord, or marrow into the bones of the birches and spires of the churches jutting out from the shade. The yoke and the axe and the old smokestacks and bale and barrel, and everything slopes like it's dragged from the rope in the mouth of the south below. We've seen those mountains kneeling, Felton and Gray. We thought our very heart would up and melt away from the snow in the night time, just going and going, and the stirring of wind chimes in the morning helps me find my way back in there, the place where I have been. And Emily, I saw you last night by the river. I dreamed you were skipping little stones across the surface of the water, frowning at the angle where they lost and slipped under forever in a mud cloud, mica spangled, like the sky had been breathing on a mirror. Oh, anyhow, I sat by your side by the water, and you taught me the names of the stars overhead that I wrote down in my ledger. Though all I knew of the road universe were those Pleiades loosed in December, I promised you I would set them to verse, so I'd always remember that the meteorite is the source of the light, and the meteor is just what we see, and the meteoroid is a stone that's devoid of the fire that propelled it to thee, and the meteorite's just what causes the light, and the meteor's how it's perceived, and the meteoroid's a bone thrown from the void that lies quiet and offering to thee. Well, you came and lay cold compress upon the mess I'm in. Through the windows wide and cried, Amen, Amen, Amen. The whole world stopped to hear you hollering. lines are fading in my kingdom. Though I have never known a way to border them in. So the muddy mouths of baboons and sows and the grouse and the horse and the hen grope at the gate of the loon in a lake that was once a tidy pen. And the mail is late and the great estates are not lit from within. The talk in town's becoming downright sickening. In due time we will see the far buttes lit by a flare. I've seen your bravery, and I will follow you there and roll through the night time. So healthy, gone healthy all of a sudden in search of a midwife who can help me, who can help me, help me find my way back in. And there are worries where I've been. And say in the lee of the bay, don't be bothered, leave your troubles here where the tugboats shear the water from the water, flanked by furrows curling back like a match held up to the newspaper. Emily, they'll follow your lead by the letter, and I make this claim, and I'm not ashamed to say I knew you better, for what they've seen is just a beam of your sun that banishes winter. Let us go, though we know it's a hopeless endeavor. The ties that bind, they are barbed and spined and hold us close forever. Though there is nothing would help me come to grips with a sky that is gaping and yawning. There is a song I woke with on my lips as you sailed your great ship towards the morning. Come on home, the poppies are all grown knee deep by now. Blossoms all have fallen, and the pollen ruins the cloud. Peonies nod in the breeze, and while they wetly bow, with hydrosyphilitic listlessness, ants mop their brows, and everything with wings is restless, aimless, drunken doubt. Butterflies and birds collide at hot, ungodly hours, and my clay-colored motherlessness rain gently reclines. Come on home now, all my bones are dolorous with vines. Pa pointed out to me for the 100th time tonight the way the ladle leads to a dirt red bullet of light, squint skyward and listen. Loving him, we move within his borders just as sterisms, and the stars set order. We could stand for a century, staring with our heads cocked in the broad daylight at this thing. Joy, landlocked in bodies that don't keep, dumbstruck
sweetness of being till we don't be told, take this and eat this. Told the meteorite is the source of the light, and the meteor's just what we see. And the meteoroid is a storm that's devoid of the fire that propelled it to thee. And the meteorite's just what causes the light, and the meteor's how it's perceived. And the meteoroid's a bone thrown from the void that lies quiet and offering to thee. The very like chill, sitting down, open guitar songs had not really warmed me up for that final chorus. But you know, I love playing John Newsom. I love playing that song. I think it's so good. There we are. That's all my notes on that one. AJ, thank you so much for the gift sub. It's got a crafty Rhea. Thank you, and thanks to the follow as well. That's empty. In due time we will see the far buttes lit by a flare. Did you find the Mesty? Hey Velix, happy Wednesday. Seen your bravery and I will follow you there. Squint skyward and listen. Not even gonna honor that with an answer, Jack. All right, next up we're gonna play an original. One of the songs I wrote in 2023 when I wrote 30 songs in 30 days. This is day number 7. Don't bring your torches. These are all available on YouTube and on Bandcamp. If I thought I could build this place back better, if I thought I had the time, I would burn the whole thing down, bless the ground and redesign. But these beams had life in ones, and these floors have been loving, and I'm too short of tools and days to make a place from nothing. So though my fingers reach for the matches, itching to make a clean start, I'll scrub down the floors and fix the panes, clear the drains and sweep the yard. Don't bring your torches, bring your brushes and your brooms, your needles and your looms. Don't bring your torches, bring your friends and their mothers, bring your brothers and lovers. If I thought that a better house stood a day's walk along the Strand, I would pack up our bags and go make a home on bloodless land. But this place has the fruits and the flowers, and the roof still keeps out the weather. There's no better place over there than the place we can make of this place together. I know the work isn't easily done, and you're tired and the winter's coming around. If I thought I could build this place back better, I would burn it down. I would burn it down.
I would burn it down. But don't bring your torches, bring your hammers and your nails, bring your eye for the details, and don't bring your torches, bring your wood and your wool, bring half a cup still full. Don't bring your torches, bring your bread and your wine, bring your little bits of time, bring the mud and the lime, bring your sister, I'll bring mine, bring whatever you can find, bring whatever you can find, bring whatever you can find. You know, but I did think for a second that those were bats. I don't think Matty would be upset by that. I was like, yeah, bring the bats. Why not? Bring the bats and the rats. But don't forget to bring the cats. Bring your torches. Oh yeah. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Bring half a cup still full. Bring whatever you can find. Yeah, I love a bat. I've got a bat in here. Hello. What is this? What do you mean it's not cute? For goodness sake, Jack. What do you mean it's not cute? I know, guys, right? What a day, what a day. Of course, it's not a new one. Me, improve the stream? It's an AI lava lamp. Love Lamp must have done a great like blobule for both of you to clock it at the same time. All right, we're gonna sing "My Friends" by Laura Marling. This is in kind of a open C kind of tuning. So I just had a look to see what other songs I had in the same tuning, because since we've just left with that, I've got a couple of originals that aren't on the song list. One that I have probably played about once. So we'll play them as well after this. I'm not sure it's the word she'd use, Jack. Probably quite scared. Mama has money now, and Mama has friends. She's making racks for some uptown hacks with their money in bags. And why are you so sad? Why are you always so sad? Why do I not understand? Why don't I see what it is you see? Why can't I live and just be? I am full of guilt. I am full of guilt. You're very tall, you're very handsome, you have it all. Your skin smells like a man, and you'll never know how I ached. You will never know how I ached. Ever considered the sea? I heard you had to be strong. Why not float around with me? It won't take you so long. You can go where I'm at. You can hang around with me. A few good men will go where they ought not be. And a few good mothers go for what they ought not teach. And I long for a touch or reminder of her spur, but it must not be. And a few strong branches over water reach for the ordinary reach. I hope your mother knows what it is you have been. I hope your mother knows what it is you have seen. She would be so proud. The red blob might rise. Sounds like a kind of ominous event in a sci-fi novel. It takes too much attention. Yeah, I do like the more recent Laura. I don't listen to old Laura Marling like ever, and I haven't for a long time. But it's not like, oh, I don't like it anymore. I just never feel like putting it on. I've talked about this before. My listening tastes are a bit different from my singing tastes. Maybe I should though. Maybe I should go down memory lane and have a bit of a listen to like a creature I don't know or something. Well, my current main listens
been listening to like a lot of Waxahachie. I've been listening to the album. What's it called? Pour a Drink for Me? Something like that. It's by Julian Baker and Torres. I've been listening to a lot of Paris Paloma. I listened to the first 2 tracks of Taylor Swift's album like 8 times, and now I'm over it. It's probably the current vibes. Alright, this is a song called Fire. It's a really exciting title. This is from Songtober 2023. Nor have I, lucky, because I had to turn off partway through. It's not one that it made it on the song list. It's not one I've really played, but apparently it's in the same tuning as this. So that's fun. It's just like a little quiet do song, and it's pretty autumnal. It's pretty cold, weathery. I mean, okay, yeah, we're gonna have Taylor Swift discourse. I don't like listen to kind of any Taylor Swift, so I can't really compare it. I enjoy a lot of the criticism. Yeah, Folklore Evermore were like distinctly better. I mean, like the first couple of tracks I find catchy, and there's nothing about them that jumps out that makes them like unlistenable to me. I'm like, cool, catchy tune. Does it fit the aesthetic? No. Is it Shakespeare? No. Is it? No. Is she still hanging out with a load of right wing? Yeah. Does she fly her jet? Yeah. Like, there's a lot of criticisms. Should you be allowed to criticize the person? Yes, because her whole brand is built on person. The songs are just about her. But then one of the later songs, I think it's like the 4th track in, it's about the time I was like, oh, I can't listen to that. It's the one that goes like, everyone's a bitch on the internet. It's not quite the words, but it's basically the words. And it's like, wow. It's like Bo Burnham, but like bad and 10 years later. It's like, everything's a meme. I'm like, what are you? It's very, I feel like it came out a week ago and it's already dated, you know? Dangerous.
Just to light a little fire, to love the way it burns, to smell the old wood in the dell, the oak and hedge and ferns, to listen to the cracking hiss, the slow and rising roar, to burn behind your eyes once more, is to be human, is to be human, just to light a little fire to lay beside its glow, to watch your skin turn golden red, to watch the darkness slow, to make of shapes of dark and bright, long stories for the night, to let the heat unknot your bones, to slumber in the light, is to be human, is to be human.
I didn't really add that to the song list or anything because the song goes nowhere, right? It's like, there is some wood, it is burning. Look at the wood burn. Isn't wood cool? Isn't burning cool? But I do kind of like it. It's kind of cozy. Every time I see the word Paloma, I'm always reminded of a dream I had. I just remember it was in like a sports stadium, and it was vitally important in this dream. I can't remember why, but the stakes were high. This is several years ago. You know when you know how long ago a dream was, and then you're like, was it really, or was that a dream? See you, coach. Thank you for hanging out. It was vitally important. I remember the Spanish word for dove, and I couldn't remember it. And it was like, shit was going down. I woke up and I was like, Paloma. And that's what I think about every time I see it. Neurobot's just like trying to activate everything. Like, screw it. Add it. Quality control is for fools. Hey, Zombie Monkey. I mean, I kind of want to add it. Sometimes I feel like I should just add every original because, like, why am I writing songs and then not even singing them? But then I'm like, no, not everything is good. The complex mind of an artiste. We're going to sing another original. This is the postcard song. Or not. We interrupt this recording to bring you news that it is time to play a round of Wiki Trivia. So true in Eurobot. Very wise. I'm adding it. I've just called it Fire. What like a rubbish name. Should we rename it? Oh, it cuts in. I think it has to cut in, Jack. Surely. It's got to cut in. Ba-da-ba. Hey, zombie. Did I say hey, zombie, hey, zombie? Like, thank you so much for the gift of the zombie. Ooh. Is this the right one? This is the right one. Beautiful. Okay. What came first? Tenacious D or the House of Wettin? Wettin the bed, am I right? That's old, man. That's old. It just says noble family, that's so unhelpful. Of where? Saxony and so forth. Okay. Gospel of John. Old, bruh. I'm so sorry. I forget every time. Stupid. So. Okay. Zeno. Older. We're just going back in time, everybody. Teresa of Avila. Okay. Teresa, honey. Hello, Wembley. Ba-da-ba-ba. Time to recreate my favorite ever pub quiz question. What is also known... This was the guy's actual accident. I grew up in Wiltshire. It's not a bit, okay? So it's allowed. What is also known as H20? Yeah, I think it's going to be like 11s. 15. One of those numbers. Isabel Neville, Duchess of Clarence. This 1515 is messing with me. But before that, look at her hat. That looks old. That looks like a 13 hat, I'm going to say. 13 hat. Are we happy with 13 hat? It was a 14 hat. We'll take it. House of Commons in Canada created. Well, in that gap. There we go. The Pala Empire, kingdom in northern India. Zoom in case there's a date on the map. There's no date on the map. That's sad. That's sad. This is old, but like I don't know. I don't know when. We got a 90 to 901 gap. Maddie's bugging off. We got a 900 to 14 gap, or we can go older. I'm tempted by this gap, I think, personally, but I don't know. But get rid of the shop. Could I zoom? I could zoom in again. If anyone knows when the Rashtrakuta Empire was hanging around, that could be helpful. Or the Pratiharas. I will always feel bad if wrong. SD. I'm going to go for the 90 to 900 gap because it's the biggest gap on the board apart from pre-300. Yes. Gameplay. Naval artillery. The invention, I guess, has discovered the concept of putting a gun on a boat. When do people put guns on boats? Guns on boats, guns on boats. Guns on boats feels 14? I don't know. Like, yeah. Like the Spanish Armada, that's guns on boats. There's 15s. 40, okay, yeah. So, like, I mean, Columbus probably didn't sail with cannons because that would slow you down. But of the era, like Henry VIII, did he have a gun on a ship? Did the Mary Rose have a gun on a ship? I think we definitely have to go pre-1515. But it's a question with, like, this is about exactly. Oh, it's always like China was doing it a million years ago. You'll go before 1451. It wasn't before 1451. Okay, so I think we're all confident that they're doing it in the 14s, but let's give them a bit of a window. 1378, well done, everybody, well done. Well, it just says artillery mounted, so I guess can the cannon be kind of small? We'll look at the history and it will give a completely incorrect date because that's how this game works. From the Middle Ages onwards, warships began to carry cannons of various calibers. Okay, so this is a type of gunpowder weapons, possibly cannons, in 1161. We've got the Battle of Niminium, fought between England and France in 1338, was the first recorded European naval battle using artillery. The English ship Crystal was armed with 3 cannons and a handgun in 1338. They've gone for 1378, which is not a date that's here because this game is awful. It's fundamentally awful. But we got it right. The Royal Opera House. Oh, buildings like this, always like 17 blah. There's a 17 blah building. 100%. Told you. No, that's London. I don't think you can name a lot of things Royal Opera House in America. They get angry. Moa. When did the Moas go extinct? So Moas were in New Zealand. No one lived in New Zealand until about the 1200s. But I don't actually know when they went extinct. I think it was quite quickly, right? I don't think this is a European thing. But I don't know. Prove me wrong if I'm wrong. But I'm thinking it's one of these things where, like, you have, like, 10 minutes and everyone's eating all of them because everyone's like, bet it's Europeans. Unless it's a rat eating egg situation. Good point. But I think it's a people eating bird situation. Oh, but now I'm doubting myself, SD. Okay, so if we're going with just like when people showed up, it's going to be that if it was really quick, it would be before 1378. If we're going like European, we're looking at 18s, aren't we? Possibly in this gap. I was clicking on it like it would take me to the Wikipedia page. That's not really how this works. It's not a fossil. Sorry, everyone. Can we just check that Jack doesn't think things from the 13th century are fossils? Like, I'm sure that the moa went extinct from human predation. So I'm going to go with that it was early, like the earliest people in New Zealand. What the flip? Right. Well, I'm talking crap, aren't I? Nosy eye. It was right. Oh, what? No, what? I can't be wrong about the New Zealand thing because it's one of those awful facts. Like, facts that don't feel right. Estimates of the Moa population when Polynesians settled New Zealand circa 1300 vary between 58,000 and approximately 2.5 million. It was when it went extinct, right? Was it the day of extinction? It was the day of extinction, right? When did it go extinct? When did it go extinct? Moa extinction occurred within 100 years of human settlement of New Zealand. I was completely right about the whole scenario. Anyway, New Zealand was settled in 1300 and they were extinct by 1400. Oh, this game is so annoying. What? There's no point knowing anything when you play this game, okay? Because all of the answers are actually wrong. You just have to go by vibes. Oh, I'm really annoyed about that because I was like, I know this. Were they after how old? It says at the bottom, I'm going to have to like watch the VOD because it, you know, like here it says Ragnar Lodbrok born. Okay. Like it was born, died, discovered, extinct. But I was sure it said extinct, but 600 BC, but they're probably older than that, right? That would be a very short. Is it going to tell me like how old they think when Moa started to exist? There were 9 species. During the late Pleistocene to Holocene, there were 9 species. Okay, 600 BC is not getting us anywhere because the Holocene is 10,000 years ago. Okay, 17 million years. Have you pulled that from this? 17 million years. It must have been extinction. And they've just... What is that? There should be... I think this is a great game. There should be a button you can press when an answer is completely wrong. And somebody reviews it. Okay, we have to work with the AI. Anyway, I'm over it. Ragnar Lodbrok. Okay, so it says Legendary King. I thought Ragnar Lodbrok was like real. And I thought he was about 9s to 10s. Have I got the wrong dude? Is he not real? Or are they like, he's a legend? That's true, Joy. Probably one of them. Is this Ragnar the Red? I think this is Ragnar the Red. I listened to a podcast and he was in it. Ragnar Lodbrok. So it might be a bit earlier. So he is a real person. Is it Ragnar the Red or was Eric the Red? Is Ragnar his son? He did like an American thing before Leif Erikson. Are we going born before 901? Lindisfarne was 7 something? I'm muddling them all up now. 850. Right, which one was he? Do you think he was involved in the Iceland stuff? Many raids against the British Isles and the Carolingian Empire. Appeared in Norse. Oh no, his father was Sigurd Ring. Okay, have I got the wrong guy about the America thing? Who's the Eric? Is it Eric the Red's dad? No, that's Eric Weatherhat. That's a good name. Had a hat for every weather. Anyway, somebody did something. in Iceland. Leif Erikson was, I guess that's Eric the Red's son. That makes sense. Ericsson. Hey, Heather. Yeah. Eric the Red went to Iceland. And then when they were having an Iceland time for a few hundred years. Greenland. And then he went to Greenland. He went to Greenland when they were having a Greenland time for a bit. It was a podcast about Greenland. And I've read a book about the Scandinavian settlement of Greenland. But none of those are Ragnar. So ignore all of that. But we got it in the right place. Okay, Anne Lushan. It's a lot more fun with people. SD. No dates. Can't see any dates. But we got the Tang Empire. One day I'll learn the Chinese dynasties and it'll make these games and University Challenge a lot easier. And we've got a Tibetan Empire over here. Jack sometimes knows this. Oh, that was literally covered in this podcast. I always thought that was a thing, right? The Greenland was like marketing, but I actually don't think it was. I think it, I could be wrong, but remembering from the podcast, I think it was kind of green because they settled the bottom bit, and it was warmer, and it was kind of green. So Jack thinks Tang is early ADs. Joy thinks the Tibetan Empire was later. What gaps we got on the board? We got 90 to 750. So I mean, I think I'm gonna have to go in there for tactics. 763. That's so rude. That is so rude. That is close. Well, too slow, Jack. Also, I don't think I would have gone with you because we had 100-year gap between 750 and 850, and that's right. The Benedictines were created. Oh, everyone gets really into like making orders of monks and stuff in like 10, 11. I would go between 9 and 13. But I will pause for the chat because this is our last life. You know what just said 600? I just don't know when you throw things out like this. I'm terrified. Do you know that to be true? Have I gone way too late? I was looking up divisions of Christianity the other day. We looked up like a family tree of Christianity. So we're talking about how many times it's divided. Everyone's Catholic, though, before the split. Like, I know what you're saying. But the Western Church is essentially a Catholic Church. We think they were very early. Oh, we're getting early. We're going for it. Yes, 529. Boom. Well done, everybody. Came through. Just ignore Jack saying hi medieval and ignore me saying hi medieval. I'm just going to ignore that. The first target, Khaganate. So this is like it's a Khanate, so it's Mongols. So when are we 12s? Or are we a bit later? Jack knows these. Jack. would not know how to answer that question, Joy, so I will just stay quiet. This is only one round, guys. This is what the points redemption gets, is one round. We've just had a good round. We have annoyingly got 1378 on the board. Is this going to be pre-1206 because the Mongols, or is it a trick and it wants a splinter state once it broke out? Oh my goodness. Right, I'm going in this gap. It was 552. Was anyone getting 552? We got 11. How was that only 11? That took ages. I thought that was really good. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay. I'm still angry about the mower. We shouldn't be out. We shouldn't be out. I think we had lots where we actually knew we knew closer than we needed to know. Maybe that's why it felt good. Flipping mower. Here's the postcard song. When he was young, I used to sell postcards of the park I used over in winter, painted by some old master. Now the snow doesn't settle here. When he got married, the geese were swerving overhead, the leaves migrating, burning the grass red, and now the leaves stay on trees all year. Well, he was always told the only thing that stays the same is change. I don't know what I don't know what any of the chords are. If you love something, you have to know how to one day let it go. But even the midwinter breeze, even the leaves on the trees, he doesn't know how to go about losing these. When he was old, he said he'd move south and buy a house over the water with palm trees and silk soft sand, and now the beaches are burning half the year. When he was young, they used to sell postcards, children skating the pond in winter, frozen by some old master. Now the children don't play around here. Well, he was always told the only thing that stays the same is change. If you love something, you have to know how to one day let it go. But even the dreams of the old, even the pull of the cold, he doesn't know how to go about losing these. He doesn't know how to go about losing these. Sorry, I'm not used to playing in that tuning, and I just wrote like G chord, and I was like, yeah, I don't know what that means in this tuning. A little bit more wiki trivia. I can't believe it. It can't be done. If the mower comes up, I will be sick. Anne Neville. Didn't we just have Anne Neville? But we had a different picture. It must have had a different Neville. Neville. Northanger Abbey. Boom. Judith beheading Holofernes. Caravaggio. Isabel, that's right, zombie. That's right, she's a bit early, wasn't she? Caravaggio was Renaissance. Should we go in the gap? Are we feeling gappy? Lovely, lovely. Easter Bunny. Okay. It's going to be old or it's going to be new. Such as the duality of festivity. Should we go old? Should we go pre-14? Should we say like they used to like sit around and be like, it's the bunny? I'm going old. 1700. That is such a boring year. We have to go on the Wikipedia page now and prove it wrong. Custom was first mentioned in 1682, referring to a German folk belief of an Easter hare laying eggs hidden in a garden. Okay, but then how old is that? Okay, like no one knows. It was first written down in 16 something. Not 1700 when the game says, because that would be boring if it just said the year. You the Great. Well, we've had You the Great. You the Great's old, right? I have no confidence. I'm literally going to wait for a consensus from chat for every card. Really good content. Really good content. Really good content. Yeah. Look. Oh, flip. Okay. 4,000 years ago. Australian rock band. Boom. The Red Army. Boom. The Russian ground forces. What does that mean? Like, no, no, this is going to be old, right? I thought this was going to be like the first time anyone's saying like Russia. I thought it was going to be pre. Because I don't know, we've had some armies before and they've been like. I was tempted to just go earlier, but my history is not very good. Should we go there? 1550. Anyone we get wrong, I'm like straight on Wikipedia. Right, let's sort this out. Founded 1550. Okay, well maybe you got it right for once. Well, yeah, okay, that's post-Soviet Union. It's not given. It's not linking us to like it, but fine. Gospel of Luke in the gap. Downing Street. The street created. I don't feel like this one's going to go as well, everybody. We're on our last life. And the question is, when was the street of Downing Street created? I mean, these look like Georgian buildings. Okay, but like presumably there was a street before. What does it want? What does it want from us? It's impossible to know. Do you think? I just wonder if it's like the buildings. In which case it's going to be like here. But let's go for the big gap. Okay. Well, I was right about the vibe, but I would have gone after Easter Bunny, so. Let's see if we can figure out where that 1680 date comes from. Downing Street was built in the 1680s by Sir George Downing. Okay, it was on the site of a mansion. There very much was not a street. Wow. I hope that felt like a worthy use of points. We're going to sing, everybody. One more open tuning song. I don't think it is, James. I think we have truly embarrassed ourselves in the past. But, like, it was pretty bad. It's weird. Oh, after 1666. That's smart. Oh, yeah, these are Jack's points. Sorry, Jack. Get wrecked, I guess. No, these weren't Eurobots points. I don't know what's going on. Remember that. I think this is an appropriate song for this moment. Oh, it's a harpsichord. Bloody hell. That woke everyone up. I don't want to think about the mower. Actually, I want to think about the mower forever. I'm going to get a tattoo of that mower skeleton. And I say RIP 1400 on it. I don't enjoy it. Will be my first. All right, let's sing Uninspiration. Promo time. Sometimes it's okay to feel a little tired. You don't have to make the most of every moment of every day. No, sometimes to feel a little tired is okay. Sometimes it's alright to feel a lack of fire. You don't have to dream the world into a new world every night. No, sometimes to feel a lack of fire is alright. You are just a little creature living on a rock. You are just a little creature living on a rock. You are just a little creature living on a rock. Sit around a while, have a drink, have a breath, and take stock. Sometimes it's okay to feel no great desire. You don't have to have a dog in each and every fight. No, sometimes to feel no great desire is alright. Sometimes it's okay to feel a bit uninspired. You don't have to forge a new and bright and burning way. No, sometimes to feel uninspired is okay. You are just a little creature living on a rock. You are just a little creature living on a rock. You are just a little creature living on a rock. Sit around a while, have a drink, take a breath and take stock. Sometimes it's okay to say the song is done. La 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 la. Come back tomorrow for another one. Thank you, everybody. Now, the end of stream song. We all know where we are with that one. I won't be like a bad. You can put myself in bucket. Combine harvester. We've ticked off a lot of the instruments. I think there's. I'm trying to remember. We've done shaker, combine harvester. We've done tin whistle, combine harvester. We've done piano, guitar, harp. Have we done cello? Can anyone remember? I don't know. Have we done ukulele? We've not done big recorder. We infamously did saxophone. It was terrible. I think ukulele and big recorder are still on the cards. So let's RNG 2. 1 is ukulele, 2 is recorder. It's ukulele. I don't know what the plan is for after this segment ends, which is why we're like forcing it on. Happy birthday for last week, Heather. We're going to play Combine Harvest and then we're going to go, my friends, for a raid. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'll be back on Sunday. If you're around then, come and stay. Hey, otherwise, you can catch the VODs on YouTube, all of my music, wherever you like to listen to music, or you can just go do something else. That's fine. Oh, thanks, guys. It's very kind of you. Yeah. I was going to say, I'm doing it for like one night, but to be honest, I made a fuss about being cold, so I made it a thing, so it's a thing. I drove my tractor through your haystack last night. I threw my pitchfork at your dog to keep it quiet. Now something's telling me that you've avoided me. Come on now, darling, you got something I need. 'Cause I've got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. Come on now, let's get together in perfect harmony. Well, I got 20 acres, you got 43. Well, I've got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. I'll stick by you, I'll give you all that you need. We'll have twins and triplets, I'm a man built for speed. And you know I love you, darling, so come on, give me your hand. But what I want the most is all them acres of land. 'Cause I've got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. Come on now, let's get together in perfect harmony. 'Cause I've got 20 acres, babe, you've got 43. Well, I've got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. For 7 long years I've been alone in this place. Pigs sleep in the kitchen, it's a proper disgrace. Now if I clean it up, would you change your mind? I'll give up drinking scrumpy in that lager and lime. Well, I've got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. Do you know that mowers went extinct in 600 BCE? That's not true. You can't trust a thing you see. I'll give you the key. Weren't we a grand couple at that last Wurzel dance? Wore my brand new gaiters and told you extinct bird facts in your new Sunday dress with your perfume smelling grand. We had our photos took as we went to New Zealand. Well, I've got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. Now that we're both past our 50s, I think that you and me should stop this gallivanting, babe. Won't you marry me? Well, I've got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. Layers upon layers upon layers. That's what the Wurzel's all about. Thank you for a very fun stream, everybody. I've had a great time. I hope you have too. A little bit kind of a random little feature one, but it's fun. And we added a little bit of stream lore, which is always nice. There will be no campfire jack. There will be me getting into a sleeping bag very quickly and falling asleep and dropping my book on my face. Like every day of my life. Have a wonderful few days, everybody. Take care of yourselves until I see you. We are going to go for... Well, take care of yourselves afterwards as well. We're going to go for a raid, so grab that raid message. We'll go see Supertus. And thank you so much for your company. And I hope your weeks are going well. And if they're crap, then I'm sorry, but crap weeks come and crap weeks go. Much like the mower. See you soon, everybody. Take care.
And I'll see what I can do.
Just a lot of waving.
I think that is the way to go.
It's like I've committed to the wave too much already, so now it has to be a bit. Because it's just like, obviously I mistimed it, and now I'm just... Okay. Comical wave.
Do my thing. Picking songs from the secret song list.